We've all been there. You've got your popcorn, you're settled on the couch, and then you spend 45 minutes scrolling through Netflix only to end up watching reruns of a sitcom you've seen 10 times. So that's why today, I'm giving you the definitive list of the 10 best movies you need to watch right now. From mind-bending sci-fi to emotional masterpieces, these are the films that didn't just entertain, they changed the game. Let's dive in. Number 10. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We're kicking things off with a film that redefined what animation can be. If you think cartoons are just for kids, Across the Spider-Verse is here to prove you wrong. This isn't just a movie, it's a living, breathing art gallery. The story follows Miles Morales as he's catapulted across the multiverse, encountering a society of spider people charged with protecting its very existence. But beyond the superhero tropes, this is a deeply human story about identity, fate, and the courage to write your own story. Every universe Miles visits has its own distinct art style, from the watercolor aesthetic of Gwen Stacy's world to the punk rock collage of Spider-Punk. It's a must-watch because of the sheer technical ambition. It uses 6 different animation styles simultaneously. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible, paired with a script that packs a massive emotional punch. Number 9. The Dark Knight. You can't have a best of list without Christopher Nolan's masterpiece. The Dark Knight isn't just a Batman movie. It's a prestige crime drama that happens to have a guy in a bat suit. This film elevated the superhero genre to something Shakespearean. The heart of the movie is, of course, Heath Ledger's Joker. He isn't interested in money or power. He's an agent of chaos. The psychological warfare he wages against Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent is chilling because it feels grounded in reality. The practical effects, from the real-life semi-truck flip to the hospital explosion, give the film a grit and weight that modern CGI-heavy films often lack. Number 8. Pulp Fiction. If you like sharp dialogue and non-linear storytelling, Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction is the gold standard. This movie changed independent cinema forever. It weaves together 3 seemingly unrelated stories of crime in Los Angeles with a cool, effortless swagger. What makes Pulp Fiction so watchable is the in-between moments. Tarantino focuses on the mundane conversations between hitmen, discussing what they call a quarter-pounder in France or the ethics of a foot massage, right before they do something incredibly violent. It makes the characters feel strangely real. The soundtrack is iconic. The casting of John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson is lightning in a bottle, and the mystery of the glowing briefcase will haunt you long after the credits roll. Number 7. Parasite, 2019. Directed by Bong Joon-ho, Parasite made history as the first non-English language film to win the Oscar for Best Picture, and for good reason. It is a masterclass in tone. It starts as a hilarious con artist comedy about a poor family infiltrating the lives of a wealthy one, but halfway through, it takes a sharp turn into a dark, suffocating thriller. The cinematography uses architecture and levels to show the literal and metaphorical gap between the classes. Everything in this movie is intentional. The smell of the basement, the rain falling from the high hills into the slums, and the peach sequence. It's a movie that makes you laugh, then makes you sweat, and finally makes you think about the world very differently. Number 6. Interstellar. Interstellar is a movie that demands to be seen on the biggest screen possible with the loudest speakers you own. Christopher Nolan takes us on a journey through a wormhole to find a new home for humanity, but at its core, it's a simple story about a father's love for his daughter. The science is remarkably accurate, mostly, but it's the emotional stakes that keep you grounded. When Cooper watches decades of video messages from his children in a matter of minutes, it's one of the most heartbreaking scenes in cinema history. Add to that Hans Zimmer's organ-heavy soundtrack, which feels like a religious experience, and you have a sci-fi epic that reaches for the stars, but stays rooted in the human heart. Number 5. The Godfather. Often cited as the greatest film ever made, The Godfather is the essential cinematic experience. Francis Ford Coppola turned a pulp novel about the mafia into a grand tragedy about the American dream and the corruption of the soul. The transformation of Michael Corleone from a war hero who wants nothing to do with his father's business to a cold, calculating Don is perhaps the best character arc in history. The lighting is moody, The pacing is deliberate, and the performances by Marlon Brando and Al Pacino are legendary. It's a slow burn, but the payoff is a series of sequences, like the Baptism Massacre, that are etched into the DNA of pop culture. Number 4. Spirited Away. From the mind of Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli, Spirited Away is a dream put on film. It follows a young girl named Chihiro, who enters a magical realm of spirits and must work in a bathhouse to save her parents, who have been turned into pigs. This movie doesn't follow the standard Western hero's journey. There is no traditional villain. Instead, it's a story about greed, environmentalism, and the loss of innocence. The world building is staggering, from the no-face spirit to the radish spirit. It's a film that feels both ancient and modern, and it has a way of making you feel a deep sense of nostalgia for a place you've never been. Number 3. Everything Everywhere, All at Once. If you want a movie that is completely original, look no further. This film is a chaotic, beautiful, and hilarious exploration of the multiverse, but it's actually about an immigrant mother trying to finish her taxes and connect with her daughter. It's a movie where people have hot dogs for fingers, rocks have deep philosophical conversations, and a fanny pack becomes a lethal weapon. Despite the insanity, it manages to be one of the most moving films of the decade. It tackles the idea of nihilism, that if nothing matters, we might as well be kind. It's a dizzying achievement in editing and creativity that proves you don't need a $200 million budget to create a cinematic universe. Number 2. The Shawshank Redemption. There is a reason this movie is ranked number 1 on IMDb by fans. The Shawshank Redemption is the ultimate movie about hope. It follows Andy Dufresne, a man wrongly convicted of murder, as he navigates the brutal reality of prison life over several decades. The friendship between Andy and Red, played by Morgan Freeman, is the soul of the film. It's a quiet, patient movie that focuses on the small victories, a cold beer on a roof, a library, or a letter. The ending is widely considered one of the most satisfying payoffs in history. It reminds us that hope is a dangerous thing, but it's the only thing that can truly set you free. Number 1. Inception. Taking our top spot is the ultimate thinker's blockbuster. Inception is a heist movie where the vault is the human mind. Dom Cobb, Leonardo DiCaprio, is a thief who enters people's dreams to steal their secrets, but he's offered one last job: Inception, planting an idea instead of stealing one. This movie is the perfect marriage of high-concept philosophy and pulse-pounding action. Whether it's the rotating hallway fight or the collapsing cityscapes, the visuals are breathtaking. But what makes it number 1 is the rewatchability. Every time you watch it, you find a new detail, a new layer of the dream, and a new reason to debate the ending. Is the top still spinning? Does it matter? It's a film that respects the audience's intelligence and leaves you buzzing for days. So, there you have it. 10 movies that represent the absolute pinnacle of storytelling. Whether you're looking for a mind-bending puzzle or a story that'll make you call your parents, there is something on this list for you. But I want to hear from you. Which of these is your all-time favorite? Or did I commit a cinematic sin by leaving out your top pick? Drop a comment below, and let's get the debate started. If you enjoyed this deep dive, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe for more recommendations that'll save your movie night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.